845. Mr. Almighty Houdini
Well, I haven't got the best of conditions out there right about now, but I do have some conditions nonetheless. I ain't got the best of conditions, but I got some conditions. And some conditions are better than no conditions. Motor mouth mall working this thing, one fat watt at a time. I got down right there, breaker.
Leave it running with the standby switch on. Because I got out again. I'm here to the door. Mr. Houdini said,
Oh, Motor Mouth Mall, good morning time. Hey, Motor Mouth Mall, good morning time. Oh, Motor Mouth Mall, good morning. 1, 2, 3, Big Lake, Chicago breakup.
Hello there, A123, you smoke and come up in here. Good morning, Tom. Good to hear you up in there on my radio. You got that mall down in fine fashion, as always. What's going on out there? I heard a lot of Mother Nature dipping and dabbing. She dipping and dabbing from Florida and up around the Great Lakes and 12 gauge to you and vice versa, all over the place. But it's good to hear you roll up in there. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah, 123 Chicago. If you got a sloppy copy, Motor Mouth Mall working this thing, one fat watt at a time. I got down, break out.
Yeah, right, man. You got this thing all the way in the right-hand corner, man. Hey, John, whatever you got going on, super glue that can make it down. Best I've heard you, DBs are all the way in the corner. Yeah, we had some great conditions, man. We just, I was talking to 12 gauge down at Sand Pile. He's down there talking out of Fopill. And Too Big and 460 up here in Chicago at Bluegill. They catfiggers were fighting. I got in there at the end of the fight just to wave my hand. I didn't key on them, though. But I got my name called. Hey, Motor Mouth, 1, 2, 3, so I appreciate it. Well, again.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, sometimes it's getting our name called. It's all we got to do. I ain't always about getting in the fight. It's just about having fun and enjoying the radio every now and again. That's for doggone sure. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Chicago. Man, I tell you what, I'm glad you've been having some fun with the radio this morning. I just got out here. I got my cup of coffee over here, and so I'm just sitting out here kind of relaxing and waiting to see what Mother Nature's going to do next. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Chicago. Motor Mouth Mall working this thing. You say I got that thing up in the corner somewhere. That's a good place for it to be. Ain't no doubt about that. 1, 2, 3, Chicago. Motor Mouth Mall cruising this thing. Got down right there, breaker.
I just want to say hello and goodbye and talk to my radio man, no doubt about it. 319, sitting in the mag, I'm gone.
Wow, 319. I'm looking up around Danny, up to around Chi-Town, man. You come up in there from the Magnolia and took my radio. You practically took it apart in a break. You busting this thing out over here. Hey, what's going on there? At 319 in the mag, I got you up in there. And of course, I got Danny in Chicago in the other ear. So I got you, one of you, up in each ear. Ain't no doubt about that. You smoking. Motor Mouth Mall with a beam looking around Illinois. They're breaking Chicago.
Mama, there goes a man in Steele County. Mama, there goes a man in Steele County, and he a bad man. Shut your mouth. You take it.
See, man, I heard, at first it was Danny, and then 319 in the mag come rolling up in there. He had a hammer. And then CC, the man in Steele County with a great big old hammer in his hand, dropping the mall down. Splashing a bit of water-cooled RF up here on my neck of the woods. Oh, CC, good to hear you up in there, pushing with the double measure. Man, you got that hammer down. Hey, CC, if you got a grip on me, Motor Mouth Mall cruising, they got down, break.
Tell the boys I ain't gonna stay long, but I am strong. Hey, look, you have a blessed day, good brother, and welcome to the weekend. My friend, your friend, Steele County got down.
410cc used to tell him you ain't gonna stay long, but it's not because you ain't too strong. You are strong, and Watergate don't lie. Hey, CC, you're strong, you're all the way up in here, you're smashing my receiver up here from the doggone floor to the top of the ceiling, ain't no doubt about that. Check this out one time. CC, have a super weekend as well. Enjoy to its fullest. Hey, CC, you got that mall down. You a bad man. Break up.
Hey, that's right. Yeah, Motor Raw. No pain, no sweat. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Hey, Motor Raw, you know I do. Catch a little right on. Hey, Motor Raw, I return you to your regular program. Hey, Motor Raw, and I approve this message. Bye.
410. You gonna send me back to my regular programming, and you approve that message. Well, CC, you all up in here. Take care, 73s. Blessings to you and the fine family, and tell the rest of the West Side that I did say hello from the best side. AACC, tell the rest of the West Side I did say hello from the best side. Radio station, Motormouth Mall, working this thing. A little bit of bass up around your place. Got down, break.
A little bass around my place. And I would tell all them boys now to come out and play with their toys. Hey, Motor Mall, that was a 10-5 from you. Hey, Motor Mall, you have a blessed day.
And you do the same there, CC. I appreciate you rolling that 5 and keep it all the way live to all the rest on the West Side. Hey, CC, have a blessed day. And I'm going to back on the side, read the mail for a little bit, work on this cup of coffee, kind of see where Mother Nature goes next. You never know where she's going to go, but one more playback.
Around my place. And I would tell all them boys now to come out and play with their toys. Hey, Motor Mall, that was a 10-5 from you. Hey, Motor Mall, you have a blessed day.
There you go. CC, Motormouth Mall, you West Coast beast. Got down right there, break up.
When I see CC, I made it home. Hey, Motormouth Mall, credit card, say, oh, CC, I made it home. That can't be the made it home. Motormouth Mall, credit card,
Oh, yeah, a credit card. CC made it home, and he made it up in my radio, too. Hey, CC made it home, and he made it up in my radio, too. A credit card. Good to hear you up in there as well. Good morning time to you. Hey, CC and CC. CC and CC. Credit card and CC. Motormouth Mall stepping. I got down right there, break.
Motormouth Mall, all you hear is credit card and CC. Motormouth Mall.
No, they're not all I hear. I hear you up in there, too. You say Motormouth Mall, CC and credit card, all you hear. You say, hey, Motormouth Mall, CC and credit card, all you hear up in there. No, I got you up in there, too. Check this out.
All you hear is credit card and CC.
Well, it was rough, and I didn't get the 28, but I heard you up in there said is all you hear, credit card and CC, but I didn't get the 28. Motormouth Mall got you, break.
He ain't got no audio.
Yeah, you're right. It's because you didn't have enough audio up in there. You gotta have a balance, you know. You can have more audio, you can have more carrier. You can have too much audio and not enough carrier. You can have too much carrier and not enough audio. You could have any number of things. So you gotta have it balanced out there, break.
Charlie, they must not know who I am, man. Good morning, 12.
Buy undercover, put it down.
Just blowing bubbles, that's all.
See, you say they just blowing bubbles to break.
Yeah, that's what 12 came up with. That's what 12 came up with, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, when they blowing bubbles, they got to blow some. They got to put some audio in them bubbles. ACC, Motormouth Mall, working this thing right here, right now. We just slow cruising. We're doing about a third of what you're doing over there, break.
Yeah, 14. 1014. Well, he keyed up and said, tell you good morning. I can talk to both of you rascals, but look, I ain't trying to cipher nothing out. So, yeah. Good morning, 12. Good morning, Motor Mall. Hey, 12. Boop, boop, boop. I see you.
Hey, tell 12 I said hello. Hey, Susie, do me a big old favor and tell 12 in the valley I did say hello, Mellow Jello, and I'm just rolling this thing up a little bit more here. I'm putting a little bit more audio up in there in case you need a little bit more audio up in there. But tell 12 I said hello, ACC, Motormouth Mall, with just a little bit more audio up around your place. I got down break.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Hey, Mother, it didn't matter. Mother Nature holding both of y'all by the hands. Hey, Mother, y'all, Mother Nature's holding both of y'all by the hands. She got one year, guys, and the other hand is pregnant. But tell her, I see you.
410. Well, yeah, that's, Mother Nature holds us by the hand from time to time. She gives us a little bit of something every now and again, but then again, she can take it away. ACC, she can hold us by the hand 1 minute, and then she can throw us in the river in the next minute. LOCC, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast beast dropping a hammer. I got down right there, breaker.
But hey 12, I ain't gonna tell nobody she got her hand in your pocket, play with you. Get out of there, 12.
I don't see what 12 doing. 12 out there messing with Mother Nature. He's messing with her, or she's messing with him. I see what you're saying. All right, ACC, Motormouth Mall, cruising this thing, one fat wad at a time. I got down right there, breaker.
Hello, J.R. Jared.
Bye,
Hey, 123, you said 12 in the valley. No, this was Motormouth Mall. Hey, 123, Chicago. This is not 12 in the valley. This is Motormouth Mall on your radio. Look at that radio again, a little closer to the break.
He said, hey, 123, this is Motormouth Mall. Hey, 123, look at your radio again. This is Motormouth Mall. This isn't 12 in the valley. They can't make it like CC said. They're blowing bubbles today to break.
Yeah, 10-4. He's out there blowing bubbles. He out there. He's out there blowing bubbles. Hey, 123, Chicago, Motormouth Mall, looking up around your neck of the woods. Break up.
How they come up with this shit, John? That's some pretty funny stuff right there. Can't make it come back with a virus. I got his head so far under the water, he's blowing bubbles. Hey, Motormouth, 123 said that's a good one for the books to break.
410. I got to give you one of them bubble making sound effects. I need a bubble making sound effect to break.
I got the bubble making sound effect. Ain't no doubt about it. Well, I sure ain't gonna be playing with Mr. Bubbles, that's for sure. Hey, I might be playing with Mrs. Bubbles, but I ain't gonna play with Mr. Bubbles. Hey, Motormouth break.
I know, Mrs. Bubbles is okay. Not Mr. Bubbles, but Mrs. Bubbles, she okay. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, 123, Chicago, Motormouth Mall, working a small mall. The Ballpeen Mall, looking around the northeast corner right there, right now. I got down.
You got a damn hammer down, man. All the way in the corner, you got a damn hammer down. Not even a squeak behind you, Motormouth breaker.
Well, that's what you're doing over here. Hey, Danny, that's what you're doing over here. It's all you, wall-to-wall, treetop tall. Check it out.
Now, man, all the way in the corner, you got a damn hammer down. Not even a squeak behind you, Motormouth breaker.
That's what you're doing right there. Hey, 123, Chicago. It's all you right there, wall-to-wall, treetop tall with a break. That's what you're doing over here. Hey, Danny, that's what you're doing over here. It's all you, wall-to-wall, treetop tall. Check it out.
Now, man, all the way in the corner, you got a damn hammer down. Not even a squeak behind you, Motormouth breaker.
That's what you're doing right there. Hey, 123, Chicago. It's all you right there, wall-to-wall, treetop tall with a break.
There you go, John boy. You got a damn stick down. That playback came back real good, man. I sure appreciate it. Motormouth Mall, 1, 2, 3, break.
Wow, that was a good playback. Holy smokes. Hey, 123, you got that mall down. You got the playback set up just right. You got the audio recording set up just right. You got the audio processing set up. Man, you got that station rocking and rolling. 123, Chicago, Motormouth Mall working this thing. One fat watt at a time. Hey, 123, I just put some more deep bass up in there. I don't know if that's going to work. I call that deep bass 9. Hey, 123, Chicago, I call that deep bass 9. Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down one more time. and I'll take that back out of there again one time. Motormouth Mall cruising. I'm back out of the base, and then back in the base right there. Oh, day 1, 2, 3, Chicago. That's deep, deep bottom end. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Break.
No, my receiver's not that quite that wide. I'm about 5. I think it may be right around 5 kcs or so, or whatever y'all call that. About 5. About 5 wide. There's a little deep tone right there. There you go. All down. You got the playback setup just right. You got the audio recording setup just right. You got the audio processing set up. Man, you got that station rocking and rolling. 1, 2, 3, Chicago. Motormouth Mall working this thing. One fat watt at a time. Hey, 1, 2, 3. I just put some more deep bass up in there. I don't know if that's going to work. I call that deep bass 9. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Chicago. I call that deep bass 9. Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down one more time, and I'll take that back out of there again one time. Motormouth Mall cruising. I'm back out of the base, and then back in the base right there. Oh, day 1, 2, 3, Chicago. That's deep bottom end. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Break. Yeah, my receiver's not quite wide enough on the deep bass, but it's getting through it. I can hear you. Sound really good, that's for sure. Hopefully the playback made back your way. Motormouth breaker.
410, oh yeah, made it real good. I didn't hear I couldn't hear it either. No, I'm only 5K wide also. I'm talking about the bass. That's down to 0. I go down to 0 with bass. I can literally go down to 0. I got it rolled off at 50, but I can go down to 0. I could put 10 hertz up in there and give you a clean sine wave at 10 cycles per second if you wanted me to, but you'd never hear it. Your S meter would go boom, 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 but you'd never hear it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, Motormouth Mall working this thing, and we're sitting at about 5K right now. That's all we're doing is 5 kilohertz, and that's good enough to get the job done from time to time. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Chicago radio station, Motormouth Mall, U.S. Coast under modulated beast, dropping a hammer from time to time in the world of sound. I do appreciate the playbacks, by the way. I rolled the bass out down. Hey, 1, 2, 3, I rolled the bass out. What do you think about that break?
I honestly couldn't tell that much of a difference. Let's see if you can. Up in there and give you a clean sine wave at 10 cycles per second if you wanted me to, but you'd never hear it. Your S meter would go boom, 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 but you'd never hear it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, Motormouth Mall working this thing, and we're sitting at about 5K right now. That's all we're doing is 5 kilohertz, and that's good enough to get the job done from time to time. Ain't no doubt about that. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Chicago radio station, Motormouth Mall, U.S. Coast under modulated beast, dropping a hammer from time to time in the world of sound. I do appreciate the playbacks, by the way. I rolled the bass out down. Hey, 1, 2, 3, I rolled the bass out. What do you think about that break? Well, there you go, John. It sounds really good. I couldn't really tell the difference as you could on the recorder, but real good, man. So you're the guest celebrity tonight on the Big Hammer Show, and boy, I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to hearing, watching that podcast tonight, the Big Hammer podcast starring Motormouth Mall. Boy, I can't wait to hear that, watch that begin viewing tonight, Break.
410, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Ain't no doubt about that. You know, you figure I can't get them all out there in the world of sound, but I can do it on a podcast. Hey, I may not be able to drop them all in the world of sound, but I try to drop them all on a podcast. Hey, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's going to be fun, man. I'll enjoy doing that, and hopefully, you know, it'll be what they want and what the people want, and a whole bit. It's just going to be the true story of Motormouth Mall. That's all. Ain't nothing too over the top, nothing too ridiculous, or nothing too extraordinary or made up or whatever, you know what they say. But it's going to be fun nonetheless. Motormouth Mall will be on the Big Hammer Show tonight. Ain't no doubt about that. I'll be looking forward to it too. Hey, Danny, 1, 2, 3, your West Coast under modulated beast. I did keep the bass down because you know what? In your playback, I didn't hear it. I didn't even hear all that extra bass. I'll take all of it out and see what happens. Hey, 1, 2, 3, I just took all of it out. Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down right there, break.
Oh, yeah, I heard it when you took it all out. Yeah, I caught this the end of it. Let's see here. Hey, 1, 2, 3, I just took all of it out. Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down right there. I didn't get it the before you pulled it out. But anyway, real good. Hey, Motormouth, hey, John, you want to take it when you get on the podcast tonight? You want to throw a plug out there? Just say, oh, Danny down there, so watch. Boy, you got one hell of a station to wait for.
Hey, Danny, Mo Watts, 2, 3, Mo Watts, Mo Watts, Mo Watts. There's with it all out. There's with it all out. There's with it halfway in right there. That's halfway in right there. And this is all the way in right there. 1, 2, 3, Chicago, Motormouth Mall, cruising this thing, one fat watt at a time. And I'll take the mids out, and then I'll put the mids all the way back in. Motormouth Mall, got down break.
And I CC Cliff.
This is all the way in right there. 1, 2, 3, Chicago, Motormouth Mall, cruising this thing, one fat watt.
You need some help over there? You need some help. You need some help over there. I can definitely swing out when you took it out all the way over me, brother. And I that's no, but you can definitely hear the 3 different settings there, break.
410, all right, sounds good. Well, I'm going to leave it alone for the time being. Hey, 1, 2, 3, it's getting rough and tough. CC rolling up in there asking somebody if they need some help or something like that. That sounds like it could be important. I'm going to get back out in the middle of the road. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Danny, I'll be looking for you. We'll see you out there tonight on the podcast. Ain't no doubt about that. We'll be looking for Danny. 1, 2, 3, Mo Watts. Motormouth Mall, you West Coast beasts. We ain't got a whole lot of watts, but we got a little bit of audio and a lot of antenna. Hey, 1, 2, 3, got a little bit of audio and a lot of antenna that break. It ain't about how long the antenna is. It's how well the antenna is designed. Hello to you one more time. Motormouth Mall cruising. They got all the way down. Break.
CC is out there trying to see if he can help somebody. The Kevin is trying to probably get the Kevin a snorkel so they can breathe underwater. Hey, Motormouth, as I turn the audio up right there. Motormouth Mall, take care. I'm going to slide this Kevin to the left, get back over to my workbench. God bless. Welcome to the weekend and have fun tonight on the show. Be you like you always are. 1, 2, 3, break up.
410 there, 1, 2, 3. Sounds good, man. You turn that audio, and I can hear it go up. By the way, we're at 100% negative peaks right now. That's 100% negative peaks. I'm going to deliberately overmodulate. Hey, 1, 2, 3, check this out. I'm going to deliberately overmodulate right now. Now we got the audio way up there, and we're deliberately overmodulated. Hello, 1, 2, 3, Chicago. We're pinching off the carrier right about now. What did that do to the audio? Motormouth Mall cruising, one fat watt at a time, and now come back down to 100% right there right now. Motormouth Mall cruising. I'm back out.
Yeah, it's real interesting because on my recording device, I got a waveform pattern. I can see it. When you're at 100%, I can see a nice round lobes, and when you start to overmodulate, it starts to square out. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm squared out. When you said, oh, wow, I heard modulation come way up, but when I back it down here like this, I'm in waveform pattern right there, but I go all the way up here for complete distortion. But here you go. Here's your playback. You can hear the difference for sure.
I'm going to deliberately overmodulate right now. Now we got the audio way up there, and we're deliberately overmodulated. Hello, 1, 2, 3, Chicago. We're pinching off the carrier right about now. What did that do to the audio? Motormouth Mall cruising, one fat watt at a time, and now come back down to 100% right there right now. Motormouth Mall cruising. I'm back out.
There you go right there, John. Sounded really good, man. Lock that thing down, man. I like it. However you got it set up, man.
I will let you know if you need some more.
410, yeah, there's not enough of a, there's no benefit, really. I mean, it gets heavier when it gets up in the overmodulated mode. It gets heavy like that, but there's no real benefit to doing that, so I'm going to keep it where it is. I'll lock it down, put the crazy glue on it, and that'll be all it is. Oh, to you one more time. 1, 2, 3, Chicago. Appreciate the playbacks. Appreciate you being on the band. Appreciate the QSO and the bump down in the world of sound. And, well, you got my radio on lockdown, and real good stuff. Ain't no doubt about that. CC, you say CC might be helping somebody out there. You've gone to Big 5 to go get a snorkel, to go give somebody a snorkel to break so they can breathe underwater. Motormouth Mall working this thing I got down right there, break.
I was hoping you weren't going to forget that. That was pretty good stuff right there. All right, John, real good. I'm heading back over to workbench. God bless. Take care. Enjoy your weekend, man. And like I said, enjoy the podcast. I think those fellas are doing something really special. And some people might like it. You know, you got your players and your haters. And sometimes the haters are the best fans. But either way, you know how it rolls, man. You got to have a thick skin that they can roll up in. This is Captain Hobby. Hey, Motormouth, doing what you do, and I love it. 1, 2, 3's go.
410 to 123. Yeah, sometimes you're right. Sometimes your haters are the biggest fans. You know, I mean, one of my haters does nothing but make videos all day long telling how much he hates me and some other techs out there. Well, I'm not a tech. I'm not a tech. You know, that's the thing. I don't know why he gets after me, man. I'm not a tech. I don't do work for anybody. I don't set anybody's radio up for him. I don't tell anybody how they got to run their stuff once they get anything that I provided that I used to sell. But he gets after me, man. But I'll tell you what, you know, it's all good. Any publicity is good publicity. And if he wants to spend that much energy and time making videos, then so be it. That's all good. I ain't gonna complain. Motormouth Mall cruising, one fat wad at a time. Hey, 123 Chicago. Have a good day. Well, you're gonna get back to the workbench and get some stuff done. I'm gonna sit back here, read the mail for a little bit. I got another cup of coffee sitting in front of me here. I'm waiting on. So I'm gonna wait to finish that up before I get busy with the day. Hello to you one more time. 123 Chicago. Always a pleasure with the double measure. Motormouth Mall working this thing, stepping. They got down. Break.
Yeah, Jen, right. Well, you know what they say, you're not a tech, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Now, I understand it. We'll just simply call you a cat maker advisor. You can advise a cat maker to take and go down the right road, but they can make their own good or bad decisions. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not a tech, I'm somebody advising you to do the right thing and do the right thing by your equipment. But either way, you know what I'm saying. Some of these guys want to run around and say, he's a tech, no, I'm not a damn tech. I'm a guy that understands 11-meter amplifier, and I put it together, and I follow a whole bunch of dang rules to make sure it's working right. But anyway, I call my captain stuff advisor. I call you senior advisor. Hey,
410. Well, you put your name on it. You follow the rules. You put that 123 name on it. It works right. It does what it's supposed to be doing. And you can't beat that. That's for doggone sure. But you're right. I ain't a tech. I'm an advisor. That's what we are. We're advisors. You know, and I can tell somebody what to do, but that doesn't mean they're going to do it. So. But, you know, there are a few people, like 955, for example, who follows it to a T, and it works real good for him. And, you know, he's getting out there doing it the right way, and he's following my instructions. Now, that doesn't mean that my way is the only way. You know, we all know that. We all know there's a lot of ways to skin a cat out here. But we know for a fact that it gets the job done. Oh, dear. 123, Motormouth Mall waving and stepping. I'm going to get back on the side and say 73s, and we're going to get back and be quiet for just a skosh bit to kind of sort of see where Mother Nature's going, because she might be dipping and dabbing and flipping and flopping and bucking, weaving and shucking and jiving. You know how that goes. 123 Chicago, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast under-modulated beast working this great big hammer. Got down right there, breaker.
Yeah, Jen, right. Well, good copy, man. Yep, John does, he runs a good station over there, and 955, he does a hell of a job, that's for sure. I think the word would be good for you would be a trendsetter. Now, I'm going to say it like that. I'm going to call you a trendsetter advisor. And the reason why I say that, because you brought all this cat making quality all to the cat making band, and everybody wanted to do it. Everybody wanted that sound. Everybody wanted to try to do this and do that. And there is a lot of different ways to skin a cat. I'm out here with a cat making a little couple of iPads. You got a computer-based system. I guess mine's computer-based, but it's working off a little cat making iPad. Don't work on a computer. But either way, hey, Motormouth, I'm going to call you a trend-setting advisor to break.
410. You know, I didn't do it by myself. 123. I did not do this by myself. I ain't the one who came up with this computer audio processing scheme. This particular setting I did, but the idea of using a PC for audio processing, that didn't come from me. That wasn't something I dreamt up. That come from Prime Minister. I went to that break and saw that Pro Tools setup, man. My jaw dropped. I go, man, he's mimicking what we do in the broadcast business. He's mimicking exactly what we do with Optimods and Omnias and all that stuff. And here he is doing it on CB radio. Man, I saw that. I thought, man, that's a game changer. I get rid of all that rat gear and put that PC in line. And I never went back. But, there's a lot of ways to skin the cat. You're right. It doesn't make any difference whether you use an Android or an iPod or a PC or a Rat Gear or W2IHY or UR6QW or any of the other potential means of getting that audio. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it to break. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Motormouth Mall, cruising this thing, one fat watt at a time. I got down.
Yeah, 10 right, you fool, 10. Yep, you're 100% right, that's for sure. I got to give credit where credit due. God rest his soul, Stick Man out of Waldorf, Maryland, introduced this to me, and him and Andy O'Kilowatt out of Virginia. They brought this camping and iPad stuff to me. Man, it took me about a year to take and finally dive down that rabbit hole, but I never came up for air after I dove in. Hey, Motormouth, it's all good. This is what makes the radio fun, that's for sure. Motormouth Mall, 1, 2, 3. Big Lakes.
Yeah, I miss doggone it, Stickman out there in his videos and all that stuff, and he was a great guy. Ain't no doubt about that, and I'm glad that he did what he did for the hobby, and he left a lot of good stuff behind for folks. And I think about him pretty often. I think about I think about all of our past brothers out here in this hobby a lot. And it's really. It's sad to think that some people go far too young, far too soon. They just started scratching the surface. It's just not fair. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. You definitely got it going on. You're working that station exactly right, and a lot of other people out there doing the same thing, following the same footsteps, doing it in different ways, same dance with different moves. But it's all good. Hey, take care. 1, 2, 3, Chicago, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast beast, dropping the hammer from time to time. The only thing I like about this PC stuff that I find is that I do a lot of changes. I'm constantly making changes over here in the audio, and it's just I'm always afraid I'm going to mess up something, so I save something. So that way, if I ever do mess up and something goes completely haywire and belly up, I can hit the back button, or I can hit the open this file button, and I can go right back. You know how that goes. So that to me is worth everything. People say, "Oh, I don't like computer-sounding audio." Well, there is no computer-sounding audio. There's processed audio, and that's what they do in the broadcast biz on a regular basis. You ever call up a DJ? Or talk to a guy that that's a DJ, and you listen to him on the air, and then you listen to him on the phone, or you listen to him on the air, and then you listen to him in real life, and he don't sound the same? That's a byproduct of trying to get that average percentage of modulation and control the overshoots. That's what happens. That's just what it is, and trying to stay within the limitations and the bandwidth of the receivers to some degree, some wider than others, but that's what happens when you try to control and shape the audio to fit in that realm. So anyway, let me get my knees up in the breeze. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Chicago, Motormouth Mall, your West Coast. Undermodulated beast got down right there, break.
Yeah, 10 right on that, Motormouth. Well, I understand completely what you're talking about, and with that said, there's another gentleman that passed away. It was Blackfish out of Beaumont, Texas. He passed away the other day, and boy, I tell you what, he was a vice president of the Bad Girls Bodyguard Club down in Louisiana, and as they traveled across the United States and through the breaks, he was vice president of that. Kenny, he had passed away. Cancer took him, and by the time they figured it out, it was too late. So we lost him for sure just recently, and I'll tell you what, that one hit pretty close to home. Unfortunately, what hit really close to home was my nephew's son. It'd be my great nephew. He had gotten a horrendous car accident, wrapped the car around a tree. He was a passenger, and he had died. So I got to deal with that one tomorrow. Got a lot of family flying in from all over the country. So anyway, Motormouth, take care. I'm heading back over to Workbench. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend, and remember, life is too damn short. Breaker.
Man, you got that right, man. My condolences to you and the family, and sorry to hear about that. That is sad, and it's sad to hear about Blackfish as well. But man, that came close to home, and I'm really sorry to hear that you've got to deal with that. We had the same situation here Monday. Jackie's sister, youngest sister, passed away from cancer, and she had stage 4 cancer and didn't know about it till very end. And she went in the hospital, and it was no time flat before before they called us and said, you got to come in to bring the whole family in here. She doesn't have much. And we got there, and it was within a half hour she passed away. And they called the time of death at 12:31 in the afternoon, Monday. So that was sad. And then the following morning, I was supposed to go to breakfast, and we always have our get-together with a couple of dear friends of mine over here in Santa Maria, and we usually have breakfast, about every 4 weeks, sometimes a month, even a month and a half will go by, and we'll have breakfast. Well, we had our last breakfast, and we were all together. Everything was all good, and apparently a couple of weeks after that, one of our breakfast members was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and it has spread all over the place. And from that point to 5 weeks later, he had passed away. And we had breakfast Tuesday, and I was like, I didn't know about this yet, we just, it wasn't made public anywhere anyway. I said, well, where's Jim, and Nick said, well, I have to tell you, but we lost Jim to pancreatic cancer, and anyway, so, two back-to-back, and not to mention a bunch of others that I can't even get into, and all, but yeah, just an absolute shame, and I hate the fact that it has to work that way, but, we got to keep plugging on. Hey, 123 Chicago, my condolences to you and the family, and keep on plugging away. And definitely good to put the speaker spoke on you. I'm going to get back on the side, read the mail for a bit, and see what's cooking. Hey, 123 Chicago, Motormouth Mall working a small mall right here, right now. They got all the way down, breaker.
Absolutely. 100% copy. Yep, my condolences to you and the family, man. Tell the wife I'm sorry for her loss, and as for you as well. But, that's something in this world that I don't think any of us could ever get used to, is a death to a near friend or a direct family member. Definitely twists your heart and makes it a teardrop, that's for sure. But it's all going to happen to us from one time or another, man. So some sooner, some later, and it's just part of life, I guess. But anyway, real good, fine copy. Nice talking to you, man. We had a beeline direct today, and definitely enjoyed the QSO. Oh, Motormouth Mall, while you're out there on this small ball-peen hammer, laying 35, 40 dBs up in this Apple deck Cobra. Good job. Well, I got these 1,200 little itty-bitty trained pigeons flying out your way. Good job. Welcome to the weekend again. I'm sliding out of here. Take care. God bless. 1, 2, 3.
Tell you what, them 1,200 birds. Whoops, I got too much audio up in here. Where'd that come from? Hey, them 1,200 birds. What the heck is going on over here? Oh, I moved something here thinking I was going to make it better, and I made it worse. My monitor radio coax. Anyway, there we go. I bumped it thinking I was going to make it a little bit better, and I ended up making it worse. Anyway, there's two things we don't get out of, man, death and taxes. And speaking of taxes, I got to do mine today and get that handed off. But anyway, death and taxes, and every life owes a death. So there's nothing, we ain't going to get away from it alive, that's for doggone sure. Take care, 73s. And every time you think about all the people in the past, our friends, our brothers out here in the hobby, our family members, even those who we didn't necessarily like a whole lot, we think about them and it can bring a tear to your eye and, make you stop and think for a bit there. And we got to stop and think a little bit more often than we usually do. Life is too doggone short. Take care, 73s. 123 Chicago, Motormouth Mall cruising. I got down right there, breaker.
And that's a great big old Roger, that's for sure. Motormouth, doing your thing like you always do. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't notice your change on your end. Must have been in your room for your headphones. But real good. All right, John, I'm sliding out of here. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. Bum-bum.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to not monitor your station at all. Then if the monitoring device goes belly up, it doesn't matter. But no, I hear it in one ear all the time. I keep one earphone on and one off. If I put both of them on, I end up talking kind of slow, and I have to say things that I memorized because I sound like I'm inebriated, And so I had to take one headphone off, but I can still monitor the station in the other one, and it always sounds the same except for when it gets all screwy. And when you got got a receiver. Sometimes you've probably experienced it before, got a receiver. You can even put that receiver on a battery pack with nothing connected to anything anywhere. And depending on where you move it in the room, you get a fuzzy or washed out or buzzy signal, it's like, doggone it. Well, that happens to me over here, and I got a piece of coax that, I got to keep moving around here a little bit. Some days it's got to be moved to one spot, and other days it's got to be moved to a little different spot. And if I change frequencies, I got to move it another spot. So anyway, that's just the nature of the beast over here on the west side. Hello to you one more time. 1, 2, 3, Chicago. Appreciate the bump down. You got that all down out here in the world of sound in fine fashion. As always, 1, 2, 3, radio station Motormouth Mall, your West Coast beast. Got down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem. You hear I got to reboot. You hear the computer going behind some of my words. But I don't really have that problem. I got lucky on my system. I have a ground loop that I'm listening to my system in. It's not coming right out of another receiver. It's kind of like a talkback built in the radio, but it's not. I don't have a talkback in the radio. It's a ground loop coming through my interface box. So if I hear it like this right here, you can kind of hear it in the room right there, and you can hear a little bit in the speaker as I'm talking. But if I put it to my headphones, that goes away. And but that's how I monitor my modulation right there. Motor Mouth 1, 2, 3.
10-4, very cool. Well, that's a way to get a job done. Ain't no doubt about that. The only reason I really pay attention to this doggone cable right here, I'm throwing it around right now. The only reason I pay attention to this cable really is because it's the audio feed that feeds YouTube. So if I hear it messed up in my headphones, then YouTube's going to hear it messed up too. So I got to make sure that I got it clean so that it sounds halfway decent on YouTube. But anyway, very cool. All right, well, we'll catch you later on. I like the idea of using the ground loop, and it's kind of like free energy physics. Hey, 1, 2, 3, Motormouth Mall cruising.
That's above my pay grade. Hey, Motormouth, hey, John, the whole thing's above my pay grade. I got lucky when I plugged a pair of headphones in. I heard it come through the headphones. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I had to figure out a way to calm it down. I put a knob on my headphones, and I can roll it back 100-ohm potentiometer and take some of it out of my headphones. I had to pat it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I blew up a couple $200 pair of headphones jacking with this stuff. But I got it all sorted out now. All right, Motormouth, bump it on your ab later. 1, 2, 3. Great big legs. Wagon.
Well, you can't put too many more watts in the headphones. And you can't put too many more watts in the headphones, 1, 2, 3. You're going to blow them up. All right. Catch you later on, 73s. And, yeah, that's the free energy physics thing, That's it's all about getting something for nothing, We all want that. Motormouth Mall Cruise, it's above my pay grade too. Ain't no doubt about that. I don't know nothing about that stuff, but I see a lot of YouTube videos where people think they do. All right, 1, 2, 3, Chicago, take care. I was going to say something else that I thought was going to be, hang on, wait, where's the playback here? Hang on a second, let me just set this out.
The pair of headphones in, I heard it come through the headphones. I was like, oh, that's great.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say, you make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. You turn that little feedback situation in the potentiometer on the headphones. You turn that doggone silk purse into a sow's ear into a silk purse. Did I say that backwards? You turn the sow's ear into a silk purse. Hello to you. 1, 2, 3. Motormouth Mall cruising. I got down break.
Bye. Operator the Magnolia, backing it down.
One, two, three. You're on the Great Big Lakes. Take care. 73s. I'm going to move the antenna boo. I got too much audio up in there. Hey, when this thing warms up, you got to turn the audio down a little bit more. It gets funny. It'll start over-modulating a little bit as it warms up, so you got to roll the audio down just a little bit to keep it happy. Hey, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to roll the antenna down around the Magnolia real fast, and we'll catch you a little bit later on. 73s. Have a good day. Motormouth Mall stepping. Bye.
It's a great big Motormouth Mall, Roger. I'm cruising right about 92 degrees the whole time we've been talking on this little 12 bill. So, I guess I got one of those stations. You can call it almost unlimited talk.
410, very cool. All right, I'm going to catch you later on. You know, I don't keep track of my temperature over here. I just know the plate voltage is way low. The plate current is way low, and I'm not driving it real hard, and I'm getting what I'm getting, so I'm happy with that. So, but yeah, I know it's staying nice and cool. That last doggone tube, I ran that thing for all it was worth, and realized that just wasn't worth what it was worth. Anyway, so I've backed things down, so now I'm just in loaf mode, and that's where I run it. Motormouth Mall cruising. They got down right to braking.
I'm going to win the race real quick. All right, bumping on you, Ab-Dab. I'll see you.
410, we'll see you. Bye.
Sydney Radio. Hey, Mr. Wilson, Leroy, go.
Motormouth, you got a copy on Hemorrhoid?
Yeah, Hemorrhoid, what's going on there? I got you up in there in my receiver. I was going to say I got you all up in here, but that wouldn't sound good there, right?
Just want to lay a hand at you, let you know you're still sounding tall as always.
410 there, Hemorrhoid. I appreciate that. You sound real good over here, too. You got that all down.
No, I'm just running a full bill right now. I don't even have the steel or nothing on. Anyway, God bless. Have a good weekend. Hemorrhoid, I'm clear back here in Little Alabama.
410 there, Hemorrhoid. Boy, you got that 4-pill working. You don't even have any steel turned on. You don't need it. You're just walking up in here in fine fashion. So keep on doing what you're doing. Hemorrhoid, Motormouth Mall, cruising. They got down right there, break up.
Thank you, Mr. Motormouth, and the mall.
Click.
Five 2-350 in Georgia with the Friday Wave.
Hey, 350. I'll say that was a good video you made out there yesterday. No doubt about that. Sure hit on a lot of topics, and you did it right. Ain't no doubt about that. Life is too doggone short. Hello, 350. Motormouth Mall working this hammer from time to time. See if I can't make a bit of noise out there under your stack of bricks. 350. Motormouth Mall working this mall. Got down.
Well, right back, Motormouth Mall, man. You rode up in there like scared the hell out of me. Hey, Motormouth Mall, I appreciate it, man. I just had to get some stuff off my chest. You know, sometimes that's how it is, man. And with the passing of 3 operators that I knew personally, 2 that I knew personally and 1 local, I mean, it's something that kind of made me stop and think. And it's just one of those things, man, you know, the animosity and everything got to stop. I mean, it just makes it harder to enjoy the hobby when you got people out here bickering and fighting and bashing and carrying on. You know, but some people don't care. You know, it is what it is. But hey, Motormouth Mall, welcome to the weekend. Happy Friday on the west side. 350 in Georgia Way, and I'm standing by.
410-350. Yeah, you know, it's very funny. You think about any hobby, whether it's drag racing or you know, whatever it is. You think of any hobby, radio, whatever, and you think, okay, I'm going to get into a hobby because I enjoy the hobby. We enjoy what we do out here. We have fun out here, you know. There's a camaraderie. There's a certain amount of competition. Sure, there's always going to be, you know, there's all kinds of friendly competition out there, but it doesn't mean anyone's got to hate anybody or be have any animosity towards one another or bash one another. You know, putting a hammer on somebody is one thing, but bashing them, you know, and all out hatred is just ridiculous, you know. And life is way too short, and that's for doggone sure. So yeah, you're right. I'm glad you put that video up in there. I am. There's a lot of things going on out here, and not just in radio, but like you say, in politics, everywhere, religion, what do you name it? There's a lot of things going on out there that just don't need to be going on, and life is too short to dwell on that kind of garbage. Anyway, so I'm glad you put that up in there. 8350, man, you smoking a bit. You sound real good. You smashing a whole lot of audio on a big old hammer up around my receiver over here, and doing a great job. So keep on with it, keep it on. Appreciate the bump down in the world of sound. 350 Motormouth Mall, your West Coast undermodulated beast. We got down right there, break.
Right back, man. And you see it best yourself, too, man. Life is just too short for all this mess. But, I enjoy of course, I enjoy the competitive aspect of the hobby, too. I do the mobile shootout stuff, and I talk on my base station. I enjoy the hobby, and I want to enjoy it to its fullest, just like thousands of other operators do, too. But, man, especially with the advent of social media, man, I just, like I said, not allow too many people to spout off at the mouth without repercussions, whatever that may be. And, people just get out there running off at the mouth and saying this, that, and the other. And it's not just on social media. It happens in person from time to time, too. Not like it used to, but it does. But, hey, Motormouth Mall, you know how it is. You know what's going on, man. And, but anyway, you got a great big hammer out over here in the northeast corner of Georgia. Mr. Motormouth, 350 in the back lines. I'm reading your mail.
Orton 350. Yep, absolutely, 100% correct. All right, I ain't gonna stay out here too doggone long. I've been out here on the bowl for a little while, so I figured I'd just come up here and see what's cooking on 28 for a bit. I had connections with 123 up there around Chicago for a little while, and locked the bowl down for a bit. I don't know, maybe 50 minutes or so. So I figured I'd come over here. Take care, 73s. One more time. Hello, everybody on YouTube there. Ricky Rick Rack. I can't say that real fast with headphones halfway on. But let me get my knees up in the breeze. 8350, have a super day. I will get back to see what's cooking out here in the world of sound and let the band roll on. Motormouth Mall, working this hammer from time to time in the world of sound. I'll see ya. Bye. Bye.
When you got down, I got right back up, man. In Georgia, there's always, and Motormouth, keep on doing that. What you doing? Keep on being you. Nobody trying to change your state of mind. I'll get it out here in a minute. Anyway, Motormouth, put it on you next time, man. Always sounding good over here in the northeast corner of Georgia. 350 Cruise, great big blue box. I'm standing by.
410. All right, sounds good. 350, take care. And you're right. And the Motormouth Mall going to step back out here wide to the side, get back on the quiet side. I got to respond to a couple messages here real fast, and then I'll be back. So take care. 73s, one more time. 350, Georgia, Motormouth Mall, working this thing out here on the central coast of California. They got down right there, break. No. Okay, from Texas, Texas, what's going on out there on Texas to break?
What's up, Motormouth Mall? Dummy Load, Mobile waving.
Oh, Dummy Load, got you up in there. You sounded real good this morning. Hey, Dummy Load, good to hear you up in there. What's up?
I just turned my radio on and you just said, what's up, Texas? So I just took the liberty. What's up, Motormouth Mall? Dummy Load, right back.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you were there, and I'm glad you just turned the radio on as you rolled up in here in fine style, as you always do. Hey, Dummy Load, good to hear you. And I tell you what, I'm looking forward to tonight. It's going to be interesting on the little podcast there on the Big Hammer Show. So looking forward to that, just to be able to get out there and say hello to the guys and let them know a little bit more about what the Motormouth Mall is about, or where he comes from, or what he does, and why he does what he does, and how he does what he does, maybe, if that becomes a topic of interest to bring.
You're just being
That would
Good afternoon there, my friend Mr. Motormouth Mall, your worldwide soul snatcher in the Bayou country with the wave.
Hey, Soul Snatcher, good to hear you up in there from the Bayou. You smoking up in here. What's going on there, Soul Snatcher? Good morning.
Oh, not a whole lot there, Mr. Motormouth Mall. Just got back from town with some lunch. Got to eat some fried catfish for lunch today and some fried shrimps there, 410.
Fried catfish and fried shrimp. All right, good deal. It's lunchtime over there? Yeah, I guess it would be lunchtime over there, huh? I'm looking at my time. It's 9:23, so 12:23 around your neck of the woods. Time for some catfish and some shrimp there and some crawdads and some other good stuff to break.
Right on, that Motor Mall sounding good like you always do. Yeah, man, I just took me a few bites. I had the radio on, everything warming up, and I came in there and heard you in there, so I just wanted to come in there and tell you good morning. Well, good evening. Good afternoon. It's one of them three. Hey, Mr. Motor Mall, your worldwide soul snatcher with the wave.
Yeah, it's definitely one. It's one of them three somewhere. Hey, Soul Snatcher, it's one of them three somewhere. That's for doggone sure. Man, you got them all down over here. Sounding real good. And, well, as always, you always got a big old hammer, and it always sounds good coming around my neck of the woods. Soul Snatcher, Motor Mouth Mall waving. It's about 9:23 over here, so I'm about almost done with my first cup of coffee. I got one more cup of coffee to go, and then I can get on with the day. But I figure I get out here and enjoy the radio for just a spell, and then I get busy. Hey, Soul Snatcher, Motor Mouth Mall, cruising this thing one fat watt at a time. I got down break.
Right back there, Motor Mall. I heard it all when you said it all, big brother. Sounding good like always. Hey, Mr. Motor Mall, Soul Snatcher wants to know if you have your speeches ready, if you have all your notes written down there, break.
Man, I don't have any notes written down. It's going to be off the cuff. Hey, Soul Snatcher, it's going to be all off the cuff. You know, I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go where my gut takes me, and where the questions takes me, and wherever that takes me is where it takes me. I ain't got no notes written down, no cheat sheets, no doggone what you call it? What do they call that thing? You know, the president looks through the glass and sees the scroll thing. What do they call that? I ain't got no one of those every.
Oh, Roger, yeah, I know what you mean. I can't spit it out at the tip of my tongue. I think it's some kind of telecast or something like that. Some kind of prompt there that they read off of. Yeah, all right, then, Motor Mall, I ain't gonna keep it too long. Your worldwide soul snatcher waving, and I'm getting out the way.
Yeah. Teleprompter. That's what it is. Teleprompter. You hit that. I heard you say telecast, and I think teleprompter. That's what it is. I ain't got one of those either. So it's just going to be off the cuff. Ain't no doubt about that. Motor Mouth Mall, uncensored, off the cuff, on the fly. Got down. Sledgehammer out there somewhere on the Great Lakes. I think you said Sledgehammer. Hey, Sledgehammer, hello to you. But I'm not looking in the Great Lakes. I'm looking down under the bayou. I'll look around the Great Lakes here real fast. Hey, Sledgehammer, good to hear you up in there. Motor Mouth Mall stepping. They got down right there. Breaker.
Hey, how about that, Motor Mountain?
Good morning, time to you, Motor Mouth Mall. Motor Mouth Mall, knockout in the cold Great Lakes. Looking break.
Well, knockout, you knocked out my radio just now. Hey, knockout around the cold Great Lakes. Hey, I'll be right back. Give me about 10 minutes or 5 minutes or something like that. I'll be right back. Hold on.
981 here in Illinois. Looking for some conditions out west.
That's a 3 killer twine,
75.
That's what I was talking about.
75 at Baltimore. We can wave. Got down.
Trying to move right to bed,
Hey, 403 mobile radio out there, Northern Nevada. 403 981 981 Illinois. Back at you.
make sure this old mud duck's working in Illinois.
Well, the difference between those two. Okay, well, sounding good over here in Planet, Texas.
813 on the mile,
799. Morning, Bobby Boucher. High stepper around Illinois with that wave. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good on that end. Yeah, it's been a few, but, always a pleasure. Bobby Boucher, good morning.
How about that Texas? You got down 292 Southern Ohio.
Well, I've just been handed a task. Knockout. I've been handed a task I got to do here today, so I got a couple things I got to take care of here shortly. But anyway, Knockout, I'm back in Lodermouth Mall looking up around the Great Lakes. I got down right there breaking.
Right on that Lodermouth Mall. I can understand the task, man. I got a bunch of stuff I got to get done around here too, but I got to wait for that weather to break before I can put that hazer and that 7 element out. So, you know how that goes. Mr. Motormouth Mall, knock out right back. Come on.
Yeah, 10-4. I gotta get busy with an antenna project here before long too. I gotta dig a hole, an 8 foot by 8 foot by, or I should say 8 by 8 by 8 hole with a pretty big foot on the top that's going to overhang the hole. And anyway, I got to get that done here real soon because I got to put the base of a tower in, and I got a freestanding 70-footer that's going to go up in there. So anyway, I'm going to put that in here real soon. Then I'm going to build a hazer for it. And that's going to be kind of cool. So anyway, I got some work to do over here in the radio realm to get ready for the other antenna, the big antenna. So I can retune it. Well, it'll be tuned for channel 6, and I'll retune this one for here. So right now, this one is tuned for the bull. So I'll modify this and get it all set up for the for 28. Anyway, those things are all in the back burner for now. Oh dear, one more time. Hey, Knockout, you got that mall down break.
Hey, you better get all that before. Then you gotta mess with that big boy, man. Alright. Hey, wires that go to the top of the so it'll be a project
Sit inside the side of your babe.
Well, it's always good to have projects. Hey, Knockout, it's always good to have projects out there. That's for doggone sure. All right, sounds good. I'll get back on the side of say 73s. Hey, Knockout, have a good day. A Motormouth Mall working the small mall. The Ball Peen Mall. Got down right there, breaker.
Again, Mr. Motormouth Mall. Why, I'm working this 25 built, 25 made from the corn is getting on down.
25 built, 25 made from the corners, working for you. That's for doggone sure. He knows what he's doing. Motormouth Mall cruising, one fat watt at a time. I got down.
Good morning out there. Talking to Knockout, man. What's up?
Hey, Stepper, what's going on over there, Break?
Oh, nothing. Just squeezing in, saying hello. Won't interrupt. Knockout's a buddy of mine. Giving me a lot of help.
10-4 Knockout giving you a lot of help over there. Ain't no doubt about that. That's a good thing. And, yeah, good to hear you up into this morning. I was fixing to get out of here. I got a couple things I got to do. I got to go match up some stuff and work on some stuff and figure some stuff out here. And, so anyway, I'm going to get off the radio. I've been out here for about an hour or so. I think I was on the bowl for about 50 minutes or so. And now I'm over here, where am I here? About an hour and 5 minutes. So anyway, let me get my knees up in the breeze. Motormouth Mall, stepping. Run your audio gate through AI. What's the AI? I don't know what the AI is. Anyway, Motormouth Mall cruising. I got down right there, breaker.
Yeah, man. Well, have a good day. Yeah, but a whole bunch of noise in my receive, Motormouth. A whole bunch of noise in my receive. You got a copy?
410 on a whole bunch of noise in your receiver. Well, I appreciate that, the break. I guess that's a good thing.
Oh, not you, Motormouth. Because every time you want to see you, I'm coming back to you, Motormouth, and it's like...
MacGyver, good to hear you up in there, man. You smoking. Hey, MacGyver, I try to clear up your radio for you, but when I unkey, there's a whole lot of noise up in there. Hey, MacGyver, around the lakes, Motormouth Mall stepping.
At least you clean it up. At least you keep talk some more, man, so we can get this rip-rap about this radio and I'm back out.
Roger. Well, no, I ain't gonna talk too much more. I gotta get out of here and get a few things done before I can come out here and play some more. The more I get done, the better off the better I am.
Oh, Roger on that one. Well, we gotta say as usual, Motormouth, you're getting down for sure, man. At least you ain't got Fireball out there contented with him and that little rip-rap. Motormouth off. MacGyver in the lake, and I'm moving on.
Yeah, 410. Well, MacGyver, you know, I gotta say, he's welcome to come out here. I don't mind him getting out here. You know, pretty much, if he wants to have fun on this radio, I would not stop him. I just drop him off from time to time and get him where I can fit in, you know. I ain't bad enough. I ain't enough of a bad ashtray. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bad enough to be able to make any boast of any particular lip cutting or any of that kind of stuff. I can't do any of that. I just drop a hammer from time to time, and when I drop them all on him, it's collateral damage. It ain't intentional. You know, it just is what it is. Roger
on that one. I just like to fire him up a little bit. You know how that goes. Just fire him up, then he'll just go and keep the channel busy for a while.
Yeah, 10-4, I'm firing him up a little bit. Doesn't take too much, you know. He kind of loose. He kind of right on the edge anyway, you know, mentally and whatever. He's got some, you know, he's got little issues there, but so it doesn't take a whole lot to break.
That's all, Stone Knocker. I'm gonna go climb on top of my building. I'm gonna jump. Y'all don't try to stop me. I'm fixing to jump. Man, fire him up and get the channel going. MacGyver the legs, and I'm back out.
410 MacGyver, take care. 73 and Stump Knocker. No. You stay right where you are. Don't go jumping off any buildings. Hey, Stump Knocker, I hear you out there. I do MacGyver in the Great Lakes. You sounded real good out there as well. But Stump Knocker, don't go jumping off any buildings, sir. Break.
Roger on that one, man. Yeah, they're getting a little cat ticked off on their channel, man. You can't hold it down because you know what happens when you do. Hey, Stone Knocker, thank you, sir.
Yeah, 10-4, you're welcome, Stump Knocker, and you're right there, MacGyver, ain't no doubt about that. But it happens everywhere, you know, and not just on the radio. It's just something that's got to stop happening because it's really not where the fun is generated, you know. I don't think most people go into the hobby and think they're going to spend $1,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, you know, on a station to get out here and not have fun and not have it be enjoyable. So that stuff's got to stop to break.
Oh, Roger on that one. Well, I know it's spending 5,000 is, man, I ain't spending no more money. I'm going to start putting a crank handle on mine. I'm going to put a crank handle on it, and I'm going to start twisting that baby, see if I can get a few more amps so I ain't got to spend no money.
You need to get some hamsters, mice, or whatever they, you know, something like that, and get a big wheel and put a whole lot of them in there. And the more you get, the faster the wheel will turn, and the more back EMF that you generate, the more mice you need to overcome the back EMF, you know, that kind of a thing. I'll be right back. Motor Mouth Mall, second break.
There's old Stump Knocker down here. I heard you a little earlier, but I couldn't hardly hear you. They had my ears on lockdown. Stump Knocker waving at you. Sierra 880. I'm a gone. Okay, 88 Sierra 088. Boy, I get all that confused. But anyway, you know who you are. Hey, Half-Breed, I got you in there, my friend. I heard you that time.
Sounds weird at the end. Don't say bump, bump, bump. That's just weird.
I know what you sound like, but that's my clarification of sports on the porch. 10 power.
32. Hey, Half-Breed, I heard you a while ago. Half-Breed, I'm waving a hand. Stump Knocker said it, and I'm back quiet.
I'll be a minute.
I had one go bad. When they go bad, it's so sad. 'Cause they keep
Yeah, let's fire this radio up and see how this works. No audio, man, not a lot of audio. We got my links and I'm back out. Straight back. It's working good, really. You can get over that 8,000.
Hey, stop now. What you doing? Cause it's working.